What is going on, guys? Wonderman Boxing. Oscar de la Hoya says Jaime Munguia will KO John Ryder January 27th, something that Canelo Alvarez could not do against John Ryder. I mean, right off the bat, it's no secret that Oscar de la Hoya is throwing shots at Canelo Alvarez. Nothing new. And Canelo Alvarez's performance versus Ryder. Let's break down Canelo's performance versus Ryder before we even talk about Munguia versus Ryder. Yes, Canelo Alvarez went 12 rounds with Ryder, but it was a dominating performance by Canelo Alvarez. He was coming back from a hand surgery, that he started experiencing pain and discomfort since the Caleb Plant fight, even though he knocked out Caleb Plant for the first time in his career. I mean, Ryder's face said it all that night and got knocked down twice. One of those knockdowns that wasn't counted, but it was clear to me, and I know to a lot of boxing fans out there, that it was a knockdown 100%. Also, Ryder had a broken nose that night. Ryder said post-fight he's never had a broken nose ever in his boxing career. That was the first time ever that he had a broken nose by Canelo Alvarez. I keep saying, guys, if that fight was in the United States, it would have been stopped. You don't believe me? Let's take Rolly Romero, for example, when he went toe-to-toe against a 50-year-old man. The fight was a very competitive fight, and it was a close fight, and the referee stepped in when they were trading, and it was a premature stoppage victory for Rolly 100%. So if you compare that to Canelo Alvarez, what Canelo Alvarez did to Ryder in Mexico, it was a dominating performance that could have been stopped. See what I'm saying? Maybe they wanted the fight to keep going to give the fans more excitement, since it was in Mexico and Canelo Alvarez doesn't fight in Mexico that often. Well, nowadays that he's more popular. Or could it be that they wanted to sell more beers? I don't know, but that's my example that I'm trying to use, the Rolly Romero. Let's just keep it real. So even though if Canelo Alvarez didn't KO Ryder, he still left him in a really bad shape. Now, how does Munguia fight versus Ryder really looks like? Look, Munguia is an exciting fighter to watch. He always makes it a war. He's a warrior in the ring. His fights are really exciting, I'm not gonna lie. But I still think he has a lot of holes in his game, and he gets hit a lot. Derevyanchenko hurt Munguia multiple times in their fight. This was a step-up fight for Munguia. Munguia had never been hit or been hurt like that by an opponent ever in his career. This was a 37-year-old Derevyanchenko who had been in multiple wars in his career, like Triple G, Jermall Charlo, and he couldn't even beat Daniel Jacobs earlier in his career, and so on. So, I mean, Munguia pulled it off, but it was a hell of a war. It was a very competitive fight, and it was a very close fight. But there is levels in boxing, and I guarantee you that if Canelo was to fight Jaime Munguia, he will beat him up, and he will get the victory. No, there is no doubt in my mind that Canelo Alvarez will win against Jaime Munguia. I have Munguia beating John Ryder, but we'll see what kind of fight we get. I'm pretty sure it will be very entertaining. If Munguia stops Ryder, doesn't make Canelo's victory over Ryder bad though, because Canelo got the victory, and that's all that matters in boxing. I think Oscar de la Hoya is just bitter that he is not working with Canelo anymore. It's so obvious, guys. Look at the relationship he's having with Ryan now. Oscar was a hell of a fighter. I give him a lot of credit what he did in his boxing career. But as a promoter, it's clear to me and to a lot of boxing fans out there that he's shown that he cares more about himself and what benefits him instead of his fighter first. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys. A few questions. Is Oscar de la Hoya bitter he's not partners with Canelo Alvarez anymore? And does Munguia KO Ryder January 27th? And last question, how would a Canelo versus Munguia fight look like for you? Consider subscribing for more videos. Hit that like button. I'll get back to you guys on the next one. With that being said, peace.